So, how is everyone? I just had my stupid gallbladder moved, as I stated before in my posts. I'm really bored because I feel like shit. There's nothing else to do, so I'm like stuck in this bed taking random selfies with like a plague doctor mask, which gives me an idea actually for a model shoot that got pushed out like a week anyway, because it was kind of like an emergency gallbladder removal. It took doctors, I don't know, 8 months to figure out what the hell was wrong with me. I couldn't eat. And I kept telling them that, like, the pain was localized, and then they're like, well, maybe it's acid reflux. Well, it wasn't fucking acid reflux, that's for sure. It was fucking biliary colic, but nobody could figure that out. Because unlike most common cases that have, like, gallstones, or they have biliary dyskinesia, which is like maybe a slower functioning gallbladder. I had like a super duper high functioning gallbladder, and it was like just squeezing everything out of me unnecessarily. Like, hey, you just tasted a cough drop. I'm gonna give all the bile possible into your system. Just shoot it all out. Friggin' super friggin' squirt grossness, and then it irritated my system. So that was a very disturbing description. But anyway, so I know to some of the people that I have been keeping updated with posts about my model shoot. I do have one coming up. I need another week to heal. I also missed a concert I wanted to go to. It was the Motionless in White concert a few days ago, but I've seen them guys quite a few times, so I'll catch them again. I am hoping to go to Mushroom Head, I believe, next week, even if I just kind of like stand there and look lame, and hopefully good, because right now I look like crap. Even though I've tried today, and for some reason this lighting doesn't catch it the same because I'm recording. But anyway, I'm hoping to get those Halloween shoots done, and then I can have more pictures for sale. I have very few photos for sale right now from my last shoot that Miss Mischief did. I have like 6, and they're framed and signed, so they're a little bit more pricey than just the regular prints. But hopefully you guys can catch those, and I'll get some more out. This one's going to be super fun, and then I believe I am talking to another photographer about a shoot that actually means quite a bit to me, because it takes place in an area that means a lot, and I'm trying to kind of, I don't know, think of some good ideas for costumes. Now, unfortunately, with my gallbladder removal, it was laparoscopic, so it was like 4 incisions, and it's still not attractive regardless, but the scars healed really well, and at least they say they do. I'm super pale, so it's like I get a red mark and I'm scarred for 8 years. But hopefully those fade. If not, I have some pretty cool ideas with some Frankenstein stitches I could probably do on my stomach. I'm already loaded with tattoos, so what else can I really do? And yeah, that's pretty much my update. Welcome to my bed. This is like my area that I've been in for almost 8 months. It sucked. Like, imagine every time you ate something, you got super friggin' nauseous, and you felt like somebody hit you, like, right, well, I don't really have boobs, so I can't really, I can't really explain this well, but between your boobs, like your sternum, underneath your sternum just a little bit, felt like this immense pressure that you were gonna explode every time you ate, and you get super sick. And then, I know TMI, but, like, belching was, like, endless, and it wouldn't relieve the pain, and I was getting super scared when all my tests were coming back negative. Like, ultrasound, CAT scans, blood work. I had so much fucking blood work done. I was like, stop running it, it's gonna come back normal. Except for one time my bilirubin was funky. So, it got to the point where I lost a lot of weight. Now, my normal weight is like 125, 127. I was working out really hard at the gym last winter, and I gained enough muscle mass to be 140. So I went from like 140 in 2 months to 94 pounds as of yesterday. I was 94 pounds when I went to my appointment in like 2 months, like maybe 2.5, something like that. And the doctor's like, oh, we don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. Is it anxiety? Anxiety. I may have that now, but that's not what, caused my issue. My issue was something fucking hurts every time I eat. None of your little acid reflux medications work. No painkillers work, and I fucking hate taking those anyway, so I just didn't. After they gave me a trial of them, they just made my symptoms worse, and I don't like anything. I'm completely straight edge. Before it even became a thing, I've always been straight edge. I don't smoke weed. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I eat a regular diet for the most part. I don't really eat shit. I'm not vegan, and I'm not against anybody that's vegan. That's totally cool, and I respect that. There's nothing, like, I have to say negative about that. If that's how you live your life, I 100% agree with it. But that's not how I live, and basically, I just went from healthy, because I was healthy before this, to complete, like, corpse death. Like death. Complete death. I just can't even think of how my summer went. My summer was shit. But I started, like, realizing that I was having an issue 4 years ago, but my symptoms were minor, so I didn't really pay attention to it. Well, when my gallbladder shit the bed, basically, in March, it, kind of, how do I put it? Kind of just stopped working completely. I couldn't eat anything from like March to now, almost. I'm a week and a day post-op, so yeah, like a week ago, and now my diet's different because of surgery and getting used to that. It's not too awful bad, I guess. It's still kind of weird, and then I get this weird feeling like, oh my god, I'm missing an organ. I know it's not one that you really like need, but you still kind of need it because you were given it. But mine wasn't working, so I guess I didn't really need it anyway. But the only way I got a positive result was a HIDA scan that showed my gallbladder was completely hyperactive. However, most doctors, especially ones around here, do not believe in biliary hyperkinesia. They like, oh, I've never heard of that. There's only a few studies done on it, and there's actually more than that. It's just not as common. So I had a HIDA scan fraction rate of 89%. I think the normal is 35 to 50 or 60. I could be wrong. Mine was 89. And then I had a secondary one that was 58, but gave me immense pain when they injected that hormone into you. So my surgeon, because I finally got a surgeon after like 3 specialists later, 4 different general practitioners, is insane, and like a million emergency room visits. Anyway, yeah, this is traumatic summer. Anyway, so when they took my gallbladder out and they sent it off for biopsy, that's when they were able to tell that I had an inflamed cholestasis problem. And I'm glad I got that out. So now I'm basically healing the best I can. I've gotten out and done some things. I was finally able to drive again after not really being able to drive for a while because I'd be in a lot of pain, and then I'd get anxious because I didn't want to like be keeled over in pain driving and like kill anybody who's in the car or myself or on the road. So I didn't really drive much all summer. My life was turned completely upside down, like in every way possible. I couldn't really finish my paint jobs because I paint houses for a living. Also, I model, and I was just starting my job at Ulta when this happened, and that kind of went kaput because that's right when I was getting sick. So, anyway, I wanted to update everybody. This is kind of why I haven't really been doing much as far as modeling wise. After I got the cover in the Expressions magazine, it's kind of when things started going. Like, I started feeling funky then, but it wasn't so bad that I couldn't do that. So I'm going to be doing more. If anybody has any requests of like anything that they would like to see me do, I don't do porn at all. So don't ask me. I get that every friggin' day. Like, can you do this? Can you do that? First of all, if you're not paying me to model, you're not getting anything. I will take recommendations. But I don't do, like, pornographic material, and I don't do, like, nudes. I can do, you know, pinup style or anything like that that has some taste to it, but I don't do, like, pornographic anything. That's just not what I do. So if you have any good recommendations, I'd love to hear them. Sorry I look like this and I kind of rambled this video. I'm not used to doing videos. I haven't done it in a while, and I have a YouTube channel, and I'm probably going to post this to my YouTube channel. I think it's just Sarah October. October is my real middle name, by the way. I get asked that too. I named myself. I was not born with that middle name. I did pay to have that middle name, and there's a reason behind that. It's, if you know me well enough, you know what that reason is. Anyway, I'm going to post this. I'm at 11 minutes, and I normally don't talk that much, so I'm going to let you go. But here's this quick little video. The next video I do will be beauty related. I'm going to do some makeup stuff. I'm going to test out the Fenty Beauty. I won't tell you my opinion on it until I do it. I did test it out when I first had even heard of it, and it like came out right when I heard of it. I kind of got an insight from a Sephora employee, because you know, they heard about it, and then it was like released the next day. So I went in and I got it, and I tried it, and then I got a sample, so I'll try it again for a video. Until then, I am going to enjoy the rest of my evening, probably seeing if I can sleep, because I can't seem to do that anymore. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully everybody has a good night. If you ever have any stomach issues and everything comes back fine and the doctors don't know what the hell's wrong with you, tell them to check your gallbladder, because you don't want to go through what I went through for 8 fucking months of bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. And nobody listened to you. So anyway, if you're like constantly vomiting and nauseous and like dying in pain, tell them to check your gallbladder first instead of giving you a bunch of endoscopies and stuff, or barium swallows, or other things that expose you to radiation so much. So that, I have a good future ahead with that, probably. I don't know. It's theory that it can be damaging. Hopefully it's not. So anyway, have a good night, everybody.